Well, as you just saw, the eggs are starting to pile up. We actually have another 2 dozen in the refrigerator. And now that the warmer weather is getting here, our 4 chickens are really starting to, well, we're getting 3 to 4 eggs a day. So it's about time we get our farm stand going again. It's been parked here all winter. I wanted to get it put away and wrapped up before winter, but it just didn't happen. But before I put it out this year, I noticed a problem last fall. We had a couple of good gusts of wind, and more than a few times I had to come out and pick this thing up. It had blown right over. So basically what I'm going to try and do is figure out some way to weight this thing down and secure it. Right now I've got it tied to the trees here just to keep it from blowing over, but I want to get it pulled out so we can start selling some of these eggs again. We've had people stop by thinking there was eggs for sale here, probably because I hadn't turned this sign around, this little egg sign I made. And at some point I figured out why they were coming, because they saw the sign. So I turned it back around, but definitely time to get it set up. The weather's finally turning. I think we got about a 70-degree day here now. April, 10? So I'm gonna get the tractor fired up and see if I can get some supplies pulled together and see what I can do to get that thing secured to the ground so I don't have to worry about it blowing over on a good windy day. So come on along, we'll get things going. Feels good to be outside and getting started on projects again. This isn't something that I actually had planned, but we do have to get it set up and get it going again. So got to get it done. Let's go. I guess my plan is to try and weight it down. I'm thinking I'll grab those 2x6s, got a couple of them, got it in the middle somewhere, and then secure it with some of these bricks. I'm not sure which ones, probably these will work. We'll find something to get down, weight it down a little bit. The warm weather really motivates me. A lot more than the cold weather, I'll tell you what. This is a solar powered. We keep our little cooler, which is 12 volt. And so I want to have it get some sun. I'm going to put a solar panel on the back half here. But usually the wind's coming from the west. And every time I picked it up, blew it down this way, kind of busted this part up a little bit and broke my sign. But nothing I can't fix. We'll get her repaired, get her back in business. That should work. I'm gonna take some of these trees down anyway, so that'll let more sun in. All right, so now a couple 3 feet pieces. These are leftover pieces of the form we used to pour the concrete pads, and I'm getting a lot of use out of them after we ripped them up for the forms. Been putting them back to work in many different situations, so they're not going to waste. Slip that underneath. I think just widening the base with these extensions will be a big help, but I'll put some weights and that should help it stay in place a little better. Well, that alone is going to add weight and really make it much more sturdy anyway. A wider base, that's pretty good. But add a little bit of weight. All right, well, I can't really add any weight on this side because this is where the cooler slides in. I don't want to have to move the bricks every time I slide the cooler in and out, but I got enough weight here, and just widening the base really just made it that much more stable. My plan is to mount a solar panel up here on this roof, and hopefully that'll be enough to help keep the cooler on and cooled. But I got to fix this sign here. Took a beating, falling over a couple times. So that'll be next. All right, well, it's a good start. Feels a lot more sturdy. Got a few more things to take care of, but for the most part, I'm pretty happy with. I think it'll withstand some wind anyway this time. The only thing left would be to set up a solar panel. As I mentioned earlier, the cooler that we use runs off of AC or DC, so it's a good way for us to keep the eggs cool. They got to stay at 45 degrees after they've been washed. So I'll get that set up next, not today, but we got a good start and the end of the day. So we'll wrap it up for now. Thanks for joining us, and we'll let you know when we get the stand open. Take care.
I'll keep praying to heaven and fighting like hell.